All right, so I'm recording. Let me switch to this thing here. That's my packet tracer. Let me what I need to do, I need to go on this screen right here. Okay, when you start this activity, we'll ask you to put your name. So just put your name here, or your last name is fine. There it is, implementing basic connectivity. And you notice that it's 90, 0/90. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna try to start. I'm gonna put this on top. So see, notice what says top. When you click on that, it always stays on top of all your windows. So it's good to do that. That way, you always see the instructions. Okay. Let me zoom in on this thing here. So this is the topology. It's PC1, switch 1, PC2, switch 2. They're all connected together. Okay. So you don't have to do any connections. The only thing you need to do is the background first. In this activity, you will first perform basic switch configurations. Then you will implement basic connectivity by configuring IP addressing on the switches and PCs. When the IP addressing configuration is complete, you will use various show commands to verify configurations. You use the ping command to verify basic connectivity between devices. All right? Perform basic configuration on S1 and S2. Let's just start with that because this one is going to be repeated. We're going to start with S1. Look at the first thing they want us to configure S1 with the host name. So click on S1 and move this thing right here. Should make it a little bigger. All right, so here's my S1. This is my switch. It's a 24-port switch. It says click on CLA tab, CLI, which is the command line prompt. There it is. And it already started. Already loaded all the interface. It's ready to go. So I'm going to press enter. And I'm ready to go into the switch. Okay. So I'm on the switch. It says enter the privilege mode. I mean the privilege executable mode by typing what? Enable. Here now I'm in the executive mode. Next is a switch to configure terminal. It's case sensitive. You have to type it exactly, okay? So there it is. I am done. I am there now. Enter configuration commands, one per line, and then end with a control C. So I'm already there. These are the commands. And it says now we're gonna change the host name. So instead of switch, it's gonna be called S1. So I go host name in uppercase S and 1. If you put a lowercase, it won't give you any points. Enter. Look at it, gave me 1 point. So I have 1 out of 90. Yeah, I'm getting there. All right, so I changed the host name from switch to S1. The next thing says configure the console and privilege executive mode passwords. By performing all these commands, look at 1 per line. So I'm gonna go line console 0. Hey, it's not typing anything. Line console 0. This is to enter the console. I'm gonna press enter. I'm in. Notice it says config dash line, so I'm good. This is what I'm talking about right here. See, that means I'm in it now. That's what it means, okay? So now that I'm in, I'm ready to type the next command, which is password Cisco. I'm gonna press enter. Make sure everything is good, it's good. And then I'm gonna put login, so it's for the login. Enter, and then I'm gonna exit it. Enter. So there, I exited. Okay. I'm still in the configuration, so I'm now right here on this section. I already have 3 points, 3 out of 90, so I'm getting there. Okay, the next thing is I'm gonna enable secret class. So I'm gonna go enable secret and it's class. That's gonna be the password, class. All right. I'm gonna press enter. Verify the password configuration for S1. To verify that the passwords were configured correctly, enter N, exit the global configuration mode, and type exit at the privileged executive mode. So I'm gonna go N first, enter, and then type exit. All right, so there. I'm gonna test to see if I have the two passwords now. So I'm gonna start with the first one, enter. All right, first password, what was it? Cisco, enter. Now I'm gonna go enable. Second password, what was? Class. I'm in. So I tested it and it works. So I'm done with the step 3. Now I'm ready to go to step number 4. Okay. Configure a message by of the day. It's called MOTD, message of the day banner. Okay, and they want us to type authorized access only. Violators will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. That's what they want me to type. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and type that. I'm gonna type it like this, banner. Wait a minute, I need to be in configuration mode. I can't do it here, so I have to go to configure terminal. Remember that I told you instead of type that, you can just go like this, look at config T. It's like a shortcut. It does work. See? I'm already in, so I'm gonna go ahead and type banner MOTD, which is message of the day. And here they have it in quotation marks. And you know what? I was doing it with the hashtag. I think both work. Let me see. Authorize access only. Period. Violators. Prosecuted to extent. Period. Close the quotation marks. And enter. Let's see if it does it. There, it did. So quotation marks and hashtag is the same thing. Because I use hashtag for the other one, it worked the same way. All right, so once I did that, I have everything set. Now I have to save it. Save my configuration. Look at how I'm gonna do this right here. So step number 5. All right, so I'm gonna go and look at, I have 6 points. Yeah, not a lot, but that's how it is. It's a long activity. So I'm gonna go exit. They want me to exit first. Exit. Enter. Now, once I'm back on the hashtag, they want me to type copy running config, copy. That's how you save the information here. Copy. It's not save command, but that's how it is here. Running hyphen config. And then space it, and then you're gonna put startup hyphen config. This means copy the running configuration, which I set up right now, into the startup for configuration. So when I start the switch, it will automatically run this configuration out because it'll be the startup configuration. Because the startup configuration didn't have the password, didn't have any of the things that I just did right now, okay? So that's why I need to copy the running configuration into the startup configuration. I'm gonna press enter. It's gonna ask me to confirm it. Destination file name is a startup config. Yes, so just press enter. There. It gives me the building configuration and then okay. Exactly as it shows right here. See? Guess what? I'm done with this router. I can exit the router now. And I'm done with it. Okay. So I can test it if I wanted to make sure that all this is gonna do. I can guarantee that it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it. There, I'm done with this one. Now look, it says here, I'm gonna repeat exactly the same steps, but now for S2. So the same thing I did over there, I have to perform it now for S2. So knowing that, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it here and just repeat the steps. Okay. I'm gonna do it really quick, because it's the same thing I did on the other one. Press enter first, and I'm gonna go to enable, and then once I'm here, I'm gonna go configure. T for short, which is configuration terminal, and the first thing, remember, was the host name. Host name, and this one is gonna be uppercase S and number 2. So that part is done. Right. So the second part is to do the console, the password and all that. So I'm gonna go line space console space 0. So everything is the same. Just say the S name S2 is the difference. Everything else, the host name is the only difference. So password, enter, and log in, enter, and then exit. Now on this one, I'm gonna do the second password, enable, the password for enable. Enable, and it says secret, which stands for password too. Class is the password. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna exit it just to test it. They want you to test it. There it is. So here's the first password. It's Cisco. And then enable this class. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna continue with the next part of it, which is the MOTD. All right, so I'm gonna go config banner MOTD quotation marks, and I'm gonna put authorize access. You have to type exactly what it says there, otherwise it doesn't give you the points. Any mistakes, it will. Hey, why am I put the period? See, it's case sensitive. Access not correct. Yeah. Period now, space, violators. Also, period. Extent. Period, and then quotation marks. Enter. I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and exit it. Or end is the same thing. Okay. And then here I'm gonna save it. So copy is running config dash config space, and then to that start up. I think all right, make sure that you have no errors, because then it will not give you the points. So there it is, confirm it. He gave me 16, so it was 8 for the first one and 8 for the second one. So I have 16 points. I got a long way to go still, but you know, hey, I did this part, so I'm good. All right, so now look at, once I did that, copy the configuration, ran it, I can now move on to part 2 to configure the PC. So I'm done with this. I'm gonna go ahead and exit. And I can close it. So I'm done with that, with those two, the first part of it. And he gave me 16 points. That's what I have, 16 points. Not a lot, I still got a long way to go. So I have to do step number 2, where I'm gonna put the PCs, I configure the PC IP addresses, which is very easy in this one. Okay. Open the first PC. All right. There it is. And then it says, where is it? Okay, so I'm gonna do an IP configuration. I'm gonna go to the IP configuration here, desktop IP configuration, and then I'm gonna do static. That's what they want, and use the ones on the up on the table, which is this table right here. Look at it. So the PC1 is gonna have 192, 168 at 1.1. And then the subnet mask is 255, 255, 255.0. There it is. No subnet mask, no anything. That's it. If you notice, class, it gave me big chunk of points. 33.9 out of, 33 out of 90. So this was a big part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Close this. I think I have to do the same thing for PC number 2. I'm on step 2. Where's the step 2? There's step 2. Oh, part 2, I'm sorry. So there, and then repeat the same thing on the PC2. On the PC2, I'm gonna go right here, desktop, IP configuration, and here that you have them right here. Look at PC2. Where is it? Oh, they don't have it. They want you to. Oh no, it is right here. No, no, that's the one. You have to see them up here because no lo tienen. Aquí está. So it's 192.68.1.2, and then the subnet mask is the same. So I'm good. Now I have 50%. 50%, yeah, look at 50% out of 90, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Close it. Oh no, before I close it, they want me to step to part 2. So they want me to test the connectivity between the between switches. You're gonna click on PC1 and then ping IP address for S1. So PC ping 1 S1. All right, so right here on the PC1, just want us to make sure that there's connectivity. So I'm gonna ping PC. What is it? 192.168.1.253. It's pinging it. Let's see if we get any results. Timeout. Wait, no sirvió. Type it again. Six. Oh yeah, it just lost everything. So let me try it again. No, no está sirviendo. Ping 192.168.1.253. Ping 192.168.1. All right, no, there's no connectivity. Se pasan de lanza. There's no connectivity because I haven't put the IP addresses. They just making me waste time here. All right, so, and there's no connectivity. Were you successfully? No, because there's no connectivity. I haven't put an IP address on the switches, which I'm gonna do next. Okay, this is the part. It says silent, and I fell for it, you know, in testing that. So look at it. I'm gonna configure the IP addresses on S1. So here we go. I just open S1. I'm gonna press enter. And first password, remember, is Cisco. And then enable. Second password is what? Class. Now I'm there. I'm gonna configure config T. Now I'm ready to access the interface. So interface VLAN space 1. And all I have to do is put the IP address, which is the one I was trying to ping right now. So silent 192.168.1.253 space, and then I'm ready to put the subnet mask 255.8. Subnet mask is 255, yeah. 255.255.255.0. Okay. I'm gonna enter it and then turn it on by typing no shutdown. What you practiced on the previous assignment. No shutdown there. So state to up. So now the state is up. Press enter and I'm gonna exit. Save the configuration again. So I'm gonna exit this. Save the configuration. That's something you have to do all the time. Okay, so copy. Space is running config. Space, I'm sorry, to start up. Confirm it by pressing enter. There it is. So I'm gonna exit this. Now I'm done with this. I have to do the same exact thing to the second, and that should give me the 90 points that I'm looking for. So the last one is the same thing. So, but I have to go through all this process, the typing the Cisco password. and then enable gas is the second password, and then here config T, and then access the interface VLAN is the same, VLAN 1. Hey, wait a minute, oh yeah, show IP interface brief, so they want me to do that, but I'll do it when I'm back. Configure. So I'm doing the configuration. I'll do the show IP brief in a little bit. So I'm gonna do the same thing for S2. VLAN 1, and here's the IP address for that one. IP address is 192.168.1.254. And then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. I'm gonna press enter. And then the see, I have 80%, 80 out of 90, so I'm not done yet. The last thing is to no shutdown. There. Now I'm completely finished. 90 out of 90. Okay. So the only thing I need to do here is let me show you here. Is just test it for connectivity. So if I go S2, exit, and don't forget I have to save it. Okay, so I have to copy, config, running config. Hyphen config, space to start up. Confirm it by pressing just enter. That's how you confirm it. There it is. Exit. I already have the 90 points, so I just need